Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is gonna be for your new addition, Virgo. This is gonna be for the Virgo Ascendant and Virgo Moon. So let me explain what this new thing that we just added. First of all, this is gonna be a general prediction, Vedic sidereal astrology, and we're gonna be doing this in a series. So it's gonna be for January 2020 and then for the rest of the month of this year. We also have a consultant for our prediction, and it's all welcome. Okay, Virgo, without further ado, let's all welcome Dr. Pai.
Namaste, Namaste Sal, and Namaste everybody. Thank you for having me here, Sal. This monthly predictions that we started with Vedic sidereal astrology. Just to reiterate again what Sarah said, because this is very important. This is still a general prediction. For making more accurate predictions for the year and for the month, we definitely need to have your Mahadashas, which is the major periods, and also the different combinations which your natal chart is making. And with that, when you combine it with transits, you get more accurate results. So this is still a very general prediction, but I can get quite accurate for some of them because we're still talking about the larger themes that are going to play out for those zodiac signs. So we'll be starting with Virgo.
All right, so let's start now with the Virgo Ascendant and Virgo Moon. Here we go, Dr. Pai.
Yeah. So, Sal, for Virgo Ascendant, Virgo Moon, a lot of planets are going to be playing out in their fourth house, the third house and the fifth house. I think the congregation of the planets after this eclipse on the 26th of December 2019, you can see, so fourth house is all about mother. It's also about the formal education, those areas, and vehicles. So I think that would be these areas of your life which we much focus on. Also, because if you see Mars is transiting in the third house of them, so something to do with sudden events that can happen, in this month for them, because it's the eighth house lord as well, okay, and the third house. So something with their younger siblings, something with their neighborhood, something with their employees or their peers or their domestic help or something of that sort. Okay, those areas will definitely. For some of them, I also would say some problems can also emerge through their ears. Maybe a pain in the ear, or maybe an infection or something related to the ears can come up. But for a Virgo ascendant and moon, it's a fantastic time for relationships because Venus is in the fifth house. Can't expect for something better than this time. It's a beautiful time for them to evolve. It's the second house lord, ninth house lord. People who are wanting to introduce their partner to their family, maybe this is the time. This is a good time over New Year's to invite them, just as the year begins, to invite them home to spend time with their family. Secondly, if you're really planning on having a big event in this year, like planning a marriage or getting engaged or something, this is the best time again to plan that activity for a later date. Maybe you're planning something in September or October, but I think you need to formalize, how many people are going to be invited for the event and all of that. So Venus is going to give you that ability to do that. Fourth house is also, what I want to say to you is the area of the chest. So be careful about chest infections or anything that's heavy duty. A lot of planets congregating there. It's also about your comforts at home. Maybe that might be something that you might be wanting to realign, or maybe a new furniture might be wanting to come, a new car that might be there, or also you might be thinking about something to do with a land specifically, or looking at also with properties. You might be wanting to sell a few properties because Mars is there in the third house, so maybe you're planning to sell one. For in general, what I want to say for Virgo, the best dates for you that you can expect for this month is 13th and 14th is very lovely for your relationship. Okay, the next date that I can see for you, which is good for you for money, would be 25th and 26th of January would be excellent day. Also, I'm seeing first and second. First of second in January is good for money. 13th and 14th is good for relationships. Okay. career, I'm seeing maybe 23rd and 24th is good for your career. Okay. And besides that, what I want to say, you might be spending a lot of time with your family between 7th and 8th of January. The days that you need to really watch out and be very calm on is 3rd and 4th of January. Okay. The next date is 15th and 16th of January for Virgo ascendants, and 27th and 28th of January. So these are the days that I would say be very careful about making any major decisions. Don't sign any new agreements or anything, and take care of your mother's health during these periods.
Now, perfect, Dr. Pai. One thing I've noticed here is that their natural lord will come to conjunct basically on the fifth house in Capricorn, Saturn and Mercury. And how do you think it would affect them? Because Saturn, it rarely moves, and it finally moved 2.5 years, but it moved together with with their natural lord in their fifth house. And again, for people who does not know, fifth house is the house of how we express ourselves, what makes us happy, creativity. This is where we kind of like enjoy. However, Mercury going there and Saturn, how do you think it would affect the Virgo ascendant and Virgo moon, Dr. Pai? And romantic connection, guys. Okay, so there you go, another one.
Connections as well. Love, romanticism, sensuality all comes from that. So Saturn is kind of going to play a dampener there with Mercury moving in there. And it's also about duties, I feel.
Yes.
Many of the Virgo people who have not been taking up the duty of being a partner or a husband or a spouse or a wife or whatever, this is the time for them to really look and reflect upon their own duties, because Saturn is going to move with them from Sagittarius to Capricorn, and then it's just going to, Mercury is even going into the 6th house.
Yes.
For them. So that's what I'm saying. Don't let anything to come for a conflict where your partner or your spouse or somebody is showing you that you're not doing enough at home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's one thing. Second thing, what I want to say with coming in the 5th house. 5th house is also about speculations.
Yes.
So be careful about your speculations.
Mm-hmm.
Mercury is the lord for speculation and trade and commerce and everything.
Yes.
And communication. Sometimes your communication might be flawed because of Saturn. Saturn is giving you that. Also, what I've seen with 5th house is political interest. People who have wanting to go and political side of things, then you have to really slow down and take a back seat and really look at what is your manifesto, what's your agenda, what you want to really communicate very well. Because Mercury and Saturn, whenever come, sometimes your communication can be misconstrued by people or misunderstood. Okay, because Mercury will then move into the 6th house as well. So be careful about that. Those areas.
Now, Dr. Pai, on January 10, we have the lunar eclipse happening on their 10th house. So as far as like everybody who is out in the public scene, or if if they're doing their calling also, this is the 10th house in their career. What do you think it's affecting their 10th house over there for the Virgo ascendant and Virgo moon?
I think 10th house is going to be a very heavy duty for them with till about 24th of 25th of January, because Saturn is aspecting Rahu there.
Yes.
And you have Mars also aspecting with the 8th aspect. So in the 10th house of their career, their profession. Also, what I would say to some of them, because Rahu is there, all of those people who have who have been growing up but not paying attention to their father's words, because or their guru or their teachers. Respect their viewpoints, because otherwise you might be in for something or something that you would have overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
They might be warning you, please pay attention to this side of your life or whatever, and you're not paying attention. Mm-hmm. Whether it's your father, your grandfather, or your boss or your supervisor, mm-hmm. He's trying to put your attention somewhere that you're weak. But I think you're just overlooking. So don't do that. I think you should probably pay more attention there. And work is going to be taken with a lot of interest now, because otherwise too many malefic influences in the 10th house.
I see. Okay, so be careful in in that in your house of career, and try to look into the situation through. Because remember, Rahu tends to give us some illusion. Okay, so it might be a sweet promise. Okay, in the 10th house of yours, and it's like, but and considering that the eclipse is coming there, so it will be some sort of shocking. It's like, oh no, like you didn't see through it. Okay, so but now so considering that you guys are watching this prior to the event, then it's the perfect time for you guys to start looking through the situation in your house of career. Okay. Now, Dr. Pai, any last message for the Virgo ascendant and the Virgo moon?
Yeah. For Virgo moon and Virgo ascendant, one thing that I want to say is spend more time at home in reflecting yourself in the office or your occupation, wherever you are. Take it a little bit easy because I think you might be anticipating a rise, which will definitely come in the following month. But if you don't get it, probably in the first half or the second half of January, wait till about March. I think you'll definitely receive that. All of those people, because Rahu is there, it can give you some false promises, which can come, as Sal had already mentioned. It can give you an illusion that you're doing very well, but maybe how your superiors have been observing you might be different. Also, for those people who want to go for a pilgrimage, I think this is a great time for you to go for a pilgrimage, especially very close to a water body. I would say that. And name and fame and rewards, I think that's also on the cards. But I would say once Saturn is going to move from there, and maybe after September, when Ketu has moved away from there, Jupiter aspect on the 10th house is really going to bring you a lot of rewards and a lot of fame and recognition post September for you. Okay. Of January, I think you just need to focus on the tasks that are there for you and just keep going ahead.
Okay, so there you guys, there you guys go. Sorry about that. I was looking at the chart because Dr. Pai was mentioning the nodes and Rahu and Ketu moving in September. That's why. So the North Node and South Node, they would be moving out of your 10th house and 4th house. So like right now, just continuously do what you're doing. Okay, do not tire yourself, of course, because there's gonna be can be some stress at home because it is it's like you have a lot of activities in the 4th house. And remember, all these planets are just a visitor, so it will come to pass. Just like it's like when you have family and friends and relatives coming during the holidays. If there was a tension, those will come to pass. Okay, so that's where it was looking at here. All right, so for all the Virgo ascendant and the Virgo moon, thank you very much for tuning in. And if you need to consult Dr. Pai, which I consult Dr. Pai every time, all the information would be in the description box. So click right away because chances are he's gonna be booked for the next, I don't know, the next year. All right, so thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I will see you guys again next month. Bye, Virgos.